What's up, guys? Welcome to a special episode of Court of Kings, brought to you by Austin and Ryan.
Brought to you by what are we, the sponsors?
Yeah, we are. We're the ones supplying everything.
True, we do all the marketing,
We do all the marketing, we do all the editing, we do all
editing.
the posting, we do all the reaching out.
Yeah, what the fuck?
We are the sponsors.
We are the
We
sponsors,
are the
right? But
sponsors.
then how much do we get paid?
We get paid in love by the fans and supporters.
Fans and supporters, dude.
It is what it is, but maybe one day.
Maybe one day. But
Anyways, play-in special episode. So recently, these last few days, we've had the play-in games between the Lakers, Pelicans, Warriors, Kings. Last night was Heat and 76ers, as well as the Hawks and Bulls. And like Austin said before, he just felt like it would be a disservice to you guys if we didn't have a special episode just to talk about what's been going on.
just a mini pod, you know?
Exactly. It's not going to be a whole ass hour this time around. Maybe like
Yeah.
half an hour, 40 minutes at most.
Less editing for me, so I'm happy there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, how you been these last few days?
Good, good. I mean, this is my first day off of work, so I feel like a burst of energy.
Oh,
And also,
that was a long homestand.
it
Yeah.
was a long homestand, and I actually drank my first cup of tea yesterday. I
Shit.
actually have never like drank tea ever.
What did you drink?
Something I don't know if the ones that my brother has is like full of fucking marijuana, but it said something about matcha, and I was like, you know what?
Yo, matcha slaps.
Yeah, I was like, that tastes good. But then I forgot that we were recording at 5, so at like 4:59, I just chugged it all. So I didn't taste it, but I did drink the tea for the first time.
You know what? That's a step in a good direction.
Next time I'll drink it 5 minutes before
No, you
recording.
drink it on the pod.
Okay, I'll bring my glass down next time.
I love tea, bro. Tea is so good.
I actually forgot it existed. I'll be honest. I'm like at work sometimes I'm like, damn, like what's that? Water, Nest tea, orange juice. I'm
I
like,
mean, to be fair, Nestea does have the word tea in the name.
true. I guess I did drink tea before then. Maybe I'm a liar.
Nah. You're good. It's like hot tea, right?
Yeah, I guess warm.
Warm
I
tea?
was too lazy to boil water.
Lukewarm.
It was lukewarm tea, but it tasted like tea, so I'm happy.
Leaf water. That's what it is.
I also see you got a haircut in the
Yes,
last few
sir.
days.
I actually got it today.
Oh, you got it
Yeah, I
today.
got it today.
Who cut it? Your sister?
Nah,
You went to an
I
actual
went
person?
to yeah.
Don't
Actually,
tell me you went to Hurricanes.
I just went to a barber. That's all.
A barber?
A barber.
Like
We'll just say a barber.
like an actual barber or
Yeah,
Hurricane?
an actual barber.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're getting in the step in the right direction to getting a barber.
Well, like I've never been one big on haircuts to be, but like the summer's coming, I kind of need to shed the old
Said the
haircut.
bulk.
Yeah, like the helmet hair.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I used to have that. I used to.
you don't have that now though.
I mean, it's getting pretty bad now. I need to do something with it, but it's whatever.
I think you look proper still.
You always say that, but
No,
I
you're
can't take your opinion seriously when you
oh
keep saying
God,
that.
bro.
I'm
Like
serious. Like
you'll take my opinion today seriously though, right?
for what, basketball?
Yeah.
Of course, because you are the one that watched the West playing games while I was just gambling on it. So, well, you want to get into that right now or what?
Let's talk. Let's start with game one.
All right, which one's game one, Ryan?
Lakers Pelicans.
Lakers Pelicans.
The Lakers beat the Pelicans. I forgot the whole score,
You brought the score?
but it was a tight ass game.
Okay,
It
that's good to
was
know.
super tight because up until the fourth quarter, it was just Zion and D'Lo going back and forth pretty much. AD going at it.
Mm.
I think Ingram stopped playing at one point too. Either he fouled out or he just the coach well he was just like fuck you.
You brought what?
I don't know because I was studying at the same time, but I did see crazy ass shots and just constant like it was a battle.
It was a battle.
It was a
You
battle.
think it was a coaching battle or
Nah, Darvin Ham was still doing his thing.
hands in his pocket?
Yeah, hands in
Same
his
thing.
pockets. Yeah.
Never gonna learn, huh?
Nah, never.
Apparently Zion had a big game
And a hamstring injury.
and injury.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not good.
So
And he's out for the
Pelican.
next game.
Yep. So my predictions are starting to switch up because injuries are unfortunate, but it's looking like if Zion doesn't play, the Kings might have a shot because they kind of fucked the Warriors up.
They did fuck the Warriors up. And with the Kings, it was more of like the bench guys that you forgot were there that stepped up.
Davion Mitchell.
Yep. And
Uh,
Keon Ellis as
yeah,
well.
yeah,
Two guys that you kind of forget that are in their rotation that played big minutes even in the regular season.
and they stepped up big time.
Exactly.
But back onto the Lakers game.
We're not done with that.
My personal opinion, I think the Lakers fucked up. I think they should have lost that game and won the next game
Mm.
because now you're going into a series where you're playing the Nuggets in the first round. And if y'all remember, they got swept last year by the Nuggets,
Yeah, they did. They did.
and they had a better team last year, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah, that is a good point. And I think that's what a lot of people were saying. It's like the Lakers, if they were smart, they would tank and get the try to fight for the eight seed.
tank, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
guess tank for this scenario. But these games, it sucks because I mean, if you look like you don't want to win, it's kind of a bad look. Like, I guess you might even get fined or something by the NBA if you like lose on purpose. And it's like you go into a basketball game, you want to win,
yeah.
no matter what the stakes are. So it's unfortunate that the Lakers have to win it because they're probably going to get swept by Denver again.
I think it's going to be another 4 or 5 game series
Mm,
this time around. And if they did play the first seed, I think it would have been easier for them. OKC's young and inexperienced. Their only big is Chet.
yeah,
And like, sure, you're facing my MVP winner, but I think that LeBron and AD matchup like is equal to SGA.
yeah, I would agree so too. In the regular season, it's a different story. Like SGA and the Thunder are just running through teams,
Yeah,
but in the playoffs, like we said, it's a different beast,
game
and
slows down.
you just don't want to go against LeBron in the playoffs. And it was surprising to me that Denver swept the Lakers even last year.
Yeah.
Even how good Denver was, it's still like you're going against the best.
My opinion is just they should have lost that game on purpose and beat the Kings the next game.
But do you think the Kings are easy out? Because I don't think so. I mean,
No, they're not an easy out, but the Lakers are still better in my opinion because they got big bodies.
they do. They do, but I think this game might be close. It's a one game series for these playing games, and the Kings on any given night, they were just the best offense last year. So who knows? Like what they did to the Warriors last game, they could do to the Lakers this game.
Well, you think now that we know that the Denver and LA matchup isn't set, do you think the Pelicans will beat the Kings or the other way around now?
With Zion being out, it looks really hard. But I mean, if Zion doesn't play, I still think the Pelicans actually have a good chance. Because when I watch the Pelicans, I really see it's Willie Green, and then there's so much options
Yeah,
after that.
such a deep team.
With Zion gone, this just opens up Ingram at point guard and having shooters around him.
Yeah,
Trey Murphy, Herb Jones as two like 40 plus percent
CJ's
shooters.
CJ's there.
CJ's there, and then maybe Larry Nance at five. Like there's so much options, but even with one of the stars go out, you can just have a different like a whole different dynamic for your
I
offense.
think New Orleans is kind of like a next man up type of mindset.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, because Zion's been out, so they kind of
Yeah.
they kind of need to play that way.
And they're just lucky that they have like if Zion or BI goes out, the people behind them are so strong.
Yeah, definitely. I just worry because Zion, you're paying this guy like huge, big bucks to come up in the big moments, but when you're injured in those big moments, like to me, that's a red flag.
It is. And it's been going on for years at
Yeah,
this point.
because I was watching do you know Hero Ball by Bleacher Report?
No.
No, it's like a Game of Zones type of thing.
Okay.
So there was one scene where Zion's like, I got nothing to prove because I'm still young.
Do you
That
say
to me,
that?
yeah, he said that in the episode. I'm
Oh
like,
god.
shit, like that to me is like, I gotta trade this guy because I can get a lot of assets for Zion.
But do you think that's how Zion is though? I feel like Zion this year
I
has
think he had a change in mindset this
he
year,
has kind of.
but that body, that's still an issue. Like, it's still an issue still.
Yeah. And it's not even just his body, it's like the things he can't control is an
Yeah.
issue. It's like his weight is one thing. Like we've seen him, he's slimmed down this
And
year.
he's definitely he's trending in the right direction
Yeah.
in terms of like taking care of himself and everything. But as an organization, you got to look at like, do I have to put all my dependence on this one guy, or can I start looking elsewhere
Hmm.
for more options? And I think if I'm serious about contending within this next few years, while I still have CJ in a relatively good state, while BI is still performing at an all-star level, I might want to consider moving on.
And the move here is Zion for marketing.
I like that. I actually really like that.
I mean, I think Zion, like you alluded to this, but like he could be like the next superstar that moves. Like in a crazy scenario, you never know. He could be the guy to move.
I mean, Zion and John Collins
Oh, I don't want to imagine John Collins as the
that's
guy.
a crazy ass.
A crazy front court, and then you have Walker Kessler. Oh shit!
Zion playing the two at this point,
Hold on.
bro.
Marketing and like Kessler for Zion and like a bunch of picks and like
Oh,
some
so JV would go in that trade too.
maybe.
I'd trade JV and Zion for Kessler and
Well, yeah,
Market.
obviously. Like
Yeah,
you're trading like well, Marketing is better than Zion, I would say like right now.
yeah.
And Kessler is probably gonna be better than JV. But just imagine that on the Pelicans.
Let's pitch that idea.
Yeah, right. Ingram, Markkinen, and Kessler front court.
Oh, I like
Yes,
that. I like that.
that would solve CJ's defensive issues
Yeah,
too.
definitely. And does the Pelicans get faster?
Yeah, they get
Way
faster too.
faster because you got two two slow guys
Gone.
gone exactly.
Well, Zion's not slow, but like he's fat and like he slows down the game a bit.
He slows down.
Yeah,
So I'd rather take Markkinen any day, to be honest. At least right now.
yeah.
At least, and he's less injury prone.
Right at this moment,
At this moment on Thursday, April 18th.
April 18th, Chet is top 30.
Mm,
Right,
top,
right?
top 30, 30, top 35.
Uh, 30, right, right? Yeah, I think
We'll
30.
push 30. We'll push 30.
We gotta have this debate someday, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's the
That
Pelicans
was
game.
that was the Pelicans game. Yep. And then we're talking about the Warriors Kings game.
Hmm.
Clay,
Man,
0 points.
very tough, very tough.
Entire and that could have been his last game as a Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's kind of sad
It is.
because when we started watching, it was the three of them. It was Curry, it's Clay, and it was Draymond. And now it might be Curry and Draymond. But who knows? It might be just Curry because they might ship
Yeah,
Draymond's ass
Draymond.
because of all his antics.
Exactly. Like Curry, he already is getting sick of it. As much Curry says to the media, these are my brothers, which I do believe it. The
Hmm.
front office probably doesn't feel the same way. Like they probably are looking at this saying, man, Draymond's a liability. It's been like 2 years in a row now where he's
Yeah,
fucked us over. It might be time to move on. I mean, Kaminga's in the on the
Kuminga's
come
in the
up.
mix right now.
Pajemski's on the come
I
up.
mean, Wiggins is doing decently well
He's gone better this year over the
over the
season.
season. Yeah, I mean, like it might be like the Splash Step Bros next. Like
Damn, that would be sad to see them all go though.
it's gonna be tough to see for sure. But your opinion is Clay staying or is he moving on?
I I think Clay stays for maybe a year or two. I think. I,
Like a 1 year
that
contract?
ending was so bad. I just don't think they can
Did
move
you
on it.
see him leave the court? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it was depressing.
it was. I mean, hey, Clay, he's been kind of an asshole on the court recently, but like, I still feel you still gotta feel for the guy. Like,
I still love the guy.
you know that he loves winning, he hates losing, he hates playing like shit, and then you go 0 for 12, and that's your last game of the season. No redemption. Like that hurts no anybody,
That
anyone that would hurt.
that sucks. Like
Yeah,
if it were any of us like doing what we love and we come up short in our last day doing that job or that game or whatever, I would I would want another shot back.
I like how you're relaying that to working class. The last day on the job, you fuck up. Man, that sucks. No, but that's
You're at
true.
McDonald's, you burn the
You
burger,
burn the
you're like,
burger in your last day,
fuck.
like, I wish I had that burger back.
Like SpongeBob with the Krabby Patties.
Yeah, he's just burning, he's fired. But no, that's actually very true. Like
Yeah,
that being your last game, it kills you on the inside.
I think they sign him to a 2 year, like $30 million deal. I think that's reasonable
That
considering
is reasonable.
he was averaging 20 this season still. He just didn't really show up in the
And a down year, I think too.
yeah, in a down
I
year.
think he's better than this.
Way better.
Yeah,
2 years 30, I think that's low risk and high reward.
yeah.
But knowing Clay and talking about like his agents wanting a full max contract again, which probably isn't going to happen.
No.
If that doesn't happen, I say the Lakers.
Whew, the
I say
Lakers.
the Lakers take him.
The Lakers?
Yeah.
With what money are they gonna pay him?
Oh, like they have a mid-level exception,
Okay.
or they take him a vet minimum.
Wow.
Because at that point, you get to play with LeBron.
Phew, that would be something. That would be
I
something.
think it might happen.
You think so?
Yeah,
I heard the Magic are gonna make a run for
the
him.
Magic, because they got bare cap space.
A lot of cap space, and he does fit in with what they kind of
A
want.
little bit, yeah,
Like,
because he's a veteran presence,
and
champion.
he'd be their best shooter in their starting lineup. I mean, Suggs is their best shooter right now in their starting lineup. So replace that with.
Paolo and Clay, that's crazy.
I mean, bro.
It's like modern day Mello with prime, well, like a decent, the JJ Redick kind of thing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like remember like in 20 like 16, 17, like before he signed this contract, everyone's
Mhm.
like, imagine like Clay on this team, imagine Clay on that team, imagine Clay on his own team.
Imagine Clay on the Raptors. I was saying
Yeah,
that.
like how crazy would he be? Like, well, it might be coming. It might be coming soon
I think another cool one would be Dallas.
with Luca.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Clay decides he's done with being like that, like I don't know, like seven, eight threes a game guy,
Mm,
like if he settles onto a role like that, then that'd be sick.
yeah. I think Dallas with Kyrie and Luca would be crazy with
Mm,
Clay in just in the corner.
yeah.
Yeah, just running around screens and
I
stuff.
just can't imagine Clay on another team.
Uh,
Doesn't it seem so
It
weird?
seems like
It's like I don't want to see
I
it
don't want to see
almost.
it, but like if we had to, those are the three teams I think I could see Clay going to.
Yeah, that's valid,
Yeah.
Clay.
But hoping that you stay with the Warriors, Clay, just doesn't seem right if you leave.
Yeah.
But hey, if anything, like you had a hell of a career still.
Mhm.
East.
I mean, I wish I had more to say about the Kings, but I just didn't watch the game. I would say something about the Kings
Nah, the
here.
Kings.
Insert Kings praise here.
I think the Kings they have a solid shot tomorrow to play, like to battle the Pelicans for the eighth seed. But it's a toss up to me right now because I think that if the Pelicans win, they still stand a better chance against the Thunder than the Kings do.
Easily,
Yeah,
especially easily.
yeah. So that's just me personally. I don't know what you or anyone else who.
I wouldn't sleep on the Kings. I mean, having bench players that can come in at any time and give you minutes is huge.
No, I believe that. Like Malik Monk was my six man of the year before he got injured.
Yeah.
But even without him, they still pulled through and destroyed the Warriors on Wednesday night. So
Yeah,
I,
and we're gonna allude to the Sixers with Batum, obviously, but like if you have a guy like Keon Ellis that can blow up a game, if you have a guy like Davion Mitchell who can blow up, or even Trey Lyles, let's
a
say
little
like
bit.
no, like having guys off the bench you can trust, like Mike Brown, out of all coaches, I know that like he has guys on his roster that he trusts, and it's important to have that
Yeah,
because those guys are the ones that are going to win you games where you need it the most.
yeah, for sure.
So I wouldn't sleep on the Kings to win this game, honestly.
Still got the Pelicans though.
That's fine.
Now moving on to the East. We got the first game last night, Sixers and Heat, and that was a crazy game. I don't know. You said you watched the fourth quarter?
I watched like the third-ish, fourth quarter. Yeah,
The entire game was so close. It was the third
low
quarter
scoring first quarter.
up to the third quarter was
Yeah,
low
third quarter was
scoring. Third
horrible. Yeah,
quarter was like 60 something to 60 something.
yeah.
And they were neck and neck the entire game. I think the biggest lead that I saw was like 3 points.
Well, no, no. At the start of the game until like the third, it was Miami doing everything.
Miami was
They were destroying Philly.
Mi- it was so back and forth because Philly was destroying them in the first few minutes of the first quarter.
Really?
It was like 8-2 in the first.
I swear to God, when I checked the scores, it's like my like Philly just couldn't score them.
Again, I was studying. I
Oh,
probably wasn't paying a whole lot of
yeah.
attention.
I'm pretty sure Miami was the one that was just blowing out the Sixers, and then
And then Jimmy got hurt.
yeah, yeah,
That MCL is gonna be risky for the Heat because he's out for another few weeks, and they're probably not gonna be in the playoffs by that
yeah. They're
point.
probably done at that point.
It is what it is. But Miami versus Philly was probably the most intense game I saw within these last few days.
Especially because both of these teams really needed to win it.
And not just that, I think these two teams aren't even 7, 8 seed teams. I think they're like 5th, 6th seed
Yeah, they're
teams.
probably the real 4 or 5 seeds.
Yeah. But, the injuries caused them to kind of sink down. The Heat have a tendency to like go on cruise control during the regular season.
A
So
little bit of cruise control.
a little bit, little bit. But because of that, they kind of fucked up and Jimmy might be out for their next game against the Bulls, which they kind of destroyed the Hawks last night too. So we're just hoping for a good result, a good playoffs. I think the Heat are still gonna win, but they're gonna get destroyed in the first round.
Yeah, no matter who is the 8 seed is gonna get destroyed. Like, let's be honest.
You're playing to lose in four, like
Yeah, but this Philly game, I mean, when I turned it on in the fourth quarter, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, Embiid looked like he was about to like fall over and die.
bro. But he had 23 and 15.
No, 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 no. Here's the thing. Embiid had about 15, 13 points until the fourth quarter. He looked horrendous. He was tired, just passing the ball every time, didn't want to take a shot. The fourth quarter comes in. He passes the ball a couple times, and then Nick Nurse takes him out at about 8 minutes left, I think.
Hmm.
Sits him for Paul Reed, I think, for about maybe like a possession or two. Then Embiid comes in at around like 7, 6 minutes, goes off. He hits two big threes to I think tie the game
I
at that
seen
point.
those, yeah,
And after that, Embiid he was on it. He got to the free throw line. He started doing his flailing,
yeah.
and that he ended it with a good game, 23 and 15.
23 and 15 is crazy. It's not Joel Embiid stats, but
Yeah,
it's still all-star stats.
I mean, I think it was a bad game for him. Like
Yeah, it definitely was.
he was just grabbing defensive boards. Like the stats don't like I don't look at the stats like he did anything, but it was just the fourth quarter. His impact was huge. I think Maxi was pretty lackluster. Just wasn't aggressive with the shot. I think he ended 6 for 18 or
Hmm.
something, ended with 19 points. He really needed to get going because he attacked everyone on the Heat and he got to the basket at will. Just chose not to shoot or something. I don't know what was going on there.
It happens.
Yeah. Did you get any of your takeaways?
I thought Maxi, because this is Maxi's first time as a legit first option, and B coming back from a surgery, like you're obviously you're expecting something out of your MVP, but to me it was like this was Maxi's game as first option still until Embiid got a little more accustomed to getting his his routine back, you know?
Yeah.
Like to me, it made sense if Maxi was taking more shots and Embiid was being more passive. But seeing him go a little like what you said
18.
6 for 18 was a little tough to see because a normal maxi shot that I thought would go in ended up bricking. So it was just like fuck.
Yeah. And I just felt like he wasn't aggressive. And boy, maybe it's not the worst thing. I mean, at the end of the day, they did win the game,
Yep.
but I think Oubre was taking a lot of shots. Harris, I mean, he didn't even get any shots. I feel like.
Tobias Harris over me,
Nah, I don't blame Harris for this. He just doesn't get the ball when he should be getting it.
but he when he does, he doesn't really.
I mean, he went 4 for 11. I mean, do you want him to do a 4 for 10? Like he only got 10 shots. He's someone that, in that game specifically, I would like to get the ball more if I was Nick Nurse, because I mean,
He's not a big presence defensively either though.
man,
What are you gonna?
everyone hates this guy.
You're not gonna play Tobias Harris if he's not making his shots.
But Harris is not a bad defender. I don't know why people
I
still have the
think that
stigma,
well Lowry's still a better defender at 38 years
obviously.
old.
But you're playing Larry at guard. Harris is 6'9". He's actually gone way better defensively since his days in the
But there's a reason
Clippers.
why Nurse left him out of the fourth quarter.
Well, because Batum was going off. That's why he took him
I
out.
think Batum is still the better defensive player, and when he can, he pops up offensively just as the same as Harris.
Harris provides so much scoring on that team when they give him the ball. He's a decent offensive rebounder.
You know what?
What?
You're right about that. I think Harris would be better on a different team as a second option, not on the Sixers, because they're
No,
not using him to his full potential.
they're not. They're not. But his role, like, I
It's
think
still
he plays it
diminished.
well.
It's diminished.
He still plays it well.
If he played it well, he would be playing in fourth.
Well, Batum, if he didn't drop 6 threes in the fourth, he wouldn't be in the game. Let's be honest. But other than that, obviously Batum went off. I mean, we were just
Hmm.
talking about the 6 threes. He blocked. I think it was Hero's last attempt at a shot.
For the layup, right?
No, it was a shot. He blocked Hero's shot somewhere late in the
Somewhere
game.
within the key they share.
No, I think it was a three.
I don't think it was a three, but I could be wrong. Again,
Anyways, Batum had a really good game. Bam, I don't know where Bam was to be honest. He
what
wasn't involved in
13,
the
13
offense.
points?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't involved. It was more of Hawkes being the guy that they went
Jaquez
to.
was like 15, which was he even tried to take that last shot, which I respect. A rookie taking the last shot,
Yeah,
like I love that because it shows that you have the confidence, the swagger to do what you need for the team to win.
yeah,
Obviously, it missed, but Hero made that three. It went what 105, 104.
yeah. I
That's
couldn't.
how they cut that lead. Obviously, they lost still, but
Yeah,
Hero went off for 25 that game.
yeah. Hero in the fourth looked unstoppable. Every time that Philly got any traction, any momentum, Hero just went down the floor, shut it off. He hit a big moving three. I think Maxi hit a three,
Yeah.
and then I'm not sure if I think maybe Embiid hit a shot or got an N one next time down. ISO's on Oubre, hits
Mhm.
a mini, just shuts down the crowd. Like it's back to like even keel game. It's like Hero literally just like damn near carried them down the
He
end.
was a hero.
He was the hero of that
Yeah.
game, which I'm glad because people are just talking about him like he's a bomb. He's not. He's not. He's actually a really good player.
He's a really well, he's a really good offensive player.
Yeah, yeah,
Defensively, he still needs work, but I
definitely.
think this game proved why he is deserving of like the money that he's making because he shows up in the big moments,
He does.
and can't be really said for Buddy Hield.
Yeah, tough game for him.
And what did I say about that earlier?
Well, I mean, he only got about 18 minutes, but he was a good passer in that game.
five assists. I'll give it to him.
6 assists.
6 assists. I'll give it to him.
He played. He did what he had to do. Just missed some of his open threes. It is what it is. But I think
I
he
mean,
did provide good value in that
when
game.
you're a sharpshooter and you're bought in for hitting your threes, you should be making your open threes.
Well, some games just end up like that. He's still a 40% shooter. It was just that game where he just and didn't get a shot down.
I mean, defensively, it's like I said, unplayable. He gets blown past. He cannot defend.
Yeah,
So that's my problem because I think that you paying Buddy Hield, I think 18 mil, 14 or 18 mil within that range. You're paying Tobias Harris 30, 32, 35 mil. I don't know, man. That's like 40, 50 mil on the bench. And you're relying on these minimum contract guys to provide for you. Like that's tough. You
yeah.
have both old man Batum, old man Lowry on the floor for you instead of like supposedly prime Buddy and prime Tobias. I got an issue with that.
Ah man, me personally, I think it's fine. I think both of those guys can play in the fourth. It's just Nick Nurse just went to the guys that were playing well. Like let's talk about Larry. Larry, he played was it 29
Yeah,
minutes,
29.
and he played hard minutes, hard minutes. You see him the first play of the game, absolutely nuts. He was hounding them at like, and you said he was like 38 years old.
Yeah.
So props to Larry for just being such a dog at this age.
I mean, he came in the league as a bulldog,
Yeah,
and he's gonna end as a bulldog.
yeah,
That's him.
that's him. Yeah,
Yeah. So we've seen it as a Raptor.
yeah.
That's the reason why he's an NBA champion.
That's why he's probably the best Raptor of all time.
He is the best Raptor of all time. So
Yeah, and Miami, I'm sorry that they didn't get to see it that much, but I'm glad Philly sees like how important he
to
is.
be fair, it's also his hometown.
True, true.
Yeah,
Cares more
he
about that.
cares more probably.
Yeah,
And it was he was versing Miami like
yeah,
Terry
true.
Rozier instead of me. Like, that's
That's
what
what he was
happened.
doing.
Rozier didn't even play, bro. He
I know. He was he injured?
neck injury, yeah,
Yeah.
neck strain.
Damn.
Oh well.
Yeah.
And
Let's
then
move on to the
yeah, the
Chicago
final
Atlanta
game.
game. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. This game, when I saw after the first quarter, I was kind of like, Chicago's probably won.
Yeah.
So I kind of turned off the TV and I
Really?
watched the fourth quarter,
Oh,
and they were getting blown out. So
I think you missed the meat of the game then, because I watched throughout the third quarter. I turned off at the fourth.
yeah,
The game was a lot closer than the score indicated, in my opinion. I feel like that game was it was just like the Kobe White show. Like every
what,
time,
42 points?
I think it was 40. Yeah, he had a huge game. Got
Huge.
the paint was his home.
Most improved. Most improved.
Yeah, that game started off DeRozan and DeJounte Murray were going head to head.
Battle of the Spurs.
It was insane. Those two guys were playing insane. I mean, DeJounte might be one of my favorite players to watch. He
Yeah,
is so good. But DeRozan was getting to his mini, hit all his shots in the first, I'm pretty sure.
I seen. Yeah.
And Kobe White just took over after that. And he was getting to the rim at will. Anyone he attacked, it was just free buckets, layups. I mean, he was doing everything. He was doing everything. He looked like a first option pretty much.
I mean, with Zach LaVine out and DeRozan kind of old, I don't,
I
I
don't
don't
blame him.
blame them.
Yeah, like I'm glad that he's actually
Next
getting
man
a
up.
chance. Yeah,
I love next man up.
Trey Young with the hand injury just didn't look the same.
That ligament injury that kept him out for what, 50 games?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's clearly still bothering him.
didn't get any time to ramp up or nothing. Like he looked tired too. But I would say Capella played pretty well. Even Vooch, both of them.
Vuce was actually really good last night.
Yeah, down the post. I mean, it was like kind of like Hitler versus Stalin, how shit that they are defensively. But like Capella and Vucevic are getting to their spots, and it's just unfortunate that Kobe White went off so hard. There's just no chance for Atlanta to get back into the
Yeah,
game.
that was a blow up by Kobe White himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, like even if if Kobe White wasn't there, they would have lost. Period.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It
so
was like the Kobe White show.
it was the Kobe White show. The not him award goes to Andre Drummond though.
Oh my God, bro. I was like for like 4 minutes I was watching the game with my dad, and I was like, yo, this bald guy in Chicago, I love this guy, bro. He plays so hard. I love him so much. Next time down the floor, Drummond just running down the floor like a fucking idiot. Just steps on
Boss.
people's foot and just drops him to the floor.
Oh,
And I'm sitting there like, are you fucking? I'm like, yo, that's the guy, but he's on the floor,
yeah.
and he goes out. But
Literally self-inflicted, man. Like
I literally got so pissed when I was watching that.
I was pissed too. I was like, what are you doing to Alex Caruso? Like, are you jealous of him or some
It
shit?
was down the middle of the floor. He's running down.
It wasn't even half court.
Yeah, it didn't even get past half court. And Caruso he's just there like trying to pick up ball or doing like playing high, and then Drummond just runs down the middle of the court. Like, what are you
Bro,
doing,
like
bro?
you have a 6'1", 6'2" guard running off the court.
He's 6'5".
He's a little taller than that.
He's 6'5", yeah.
All right, I lied. But 6'11" guy running at you full speed,
Yeah,
300 pounds? Like, holy, like,
and I mean, it looked bad. He stepped on the front of his shoe.
it's a bad ankle sprain.
Yeah,
It's a
and like
really bad ankle
he
sprain.
stepped on the front of his shoe while Cruz was running backwards.
Yeah.
Drummond steps on the front of his shoe, and then his like leg just like extends, like it just goes
Yeah.
back. And he went out the game. He actually came back in, not too long after, but like you can tell he was limping off the court. He went back to the
It
locker
wasn't the
room.
same.
He was hurt. He was really hurt.
Yeah.
They still won, but I mean, I'm worried about his availability for next game.
That's the thing, because Caruso was such a big part of their like team defensively. And without him, I don't know what's gonna happen. Especially with because I think with Caruso, they could have won. They could win against the fuck, what's the team that
Miami.
yeah, they could have won against Miami with Caruso.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore because who's gonna lock up Hero? Who's gonna lock up Hackers?
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough considering you no longer have a defensive minded guard that suits your needs while everyone else does their thing offensively. Because Caruso doesn't need the ball to be effective.
Yeah.
He'll he'll hound you. He'll chase after you. He's a dog. But without dogs, you guys are pups. Like that's just the Bulls just don't have it anymore to me. I think the Heat still take this one easy because of the Caruso injury.
Man, me personally, I think Chicago's winning the next game.
You think
After
so?
watching this game, I'm like we were shitting on Chicago before. Like we were like, oh, I think Atlanta. No, you said Chicago's winning,
Yeah,
but like
see.
we were both like, yeah, both these teams aren't really like qualified for this. I think like the way Chicago's been playing, especially now, like that when they need to win. I don't know. Dasuma's a dog. Dale and Terry's a dog.
And Terry was crazy.
Yeah, I mean he was kind of shaky, but he looked crazy. I mean, I don't know if Caruso comes back, these guys
I
I
don't know
wouldn't
if
put
he'll
it
come
past
back.
them.
That's the thing. I don't know.
Butler might be he's playing on a torn MCL.
He's just not playing.
So that he's not playing. I
He's not
mean,
playing.
this is basically a fair matchup. It's Hero versus Kobe White. You have DeRozan on the floor. If Caruso, I think he's be able to play. He came back in that other game. He should be able to play.
It's a bad ankle sprain though. I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
I
he
wouldn't risk it.
he played on adrenaline, but still, like if I don't know, I wouldn't put past Chicago to win this game. They look really good that last game, and I'm intrigued. They passed the ball really well. Their coaches, Billy Donovan's taking a big step
That
forward
is
as
true
a
though.
coach.
I just think Eric Spoelstra like just levels the playing field. Like not levels. Like he destroys them.
He does, but he's had Butler these last couple of years. Who knows what's gonna happen without Butler?
Amy
I mean,
Hackett.
I guess I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that game. I will be watching. I'm
That's
excited.
tomorrow or is that Saturday?
It should be tomorrow.
Should be tomorrow. So both West and East games are tomorrow.
Yeah. So are we watching that?
I think we're watching both games tomorrow.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I was very sad when there's no basketball today.
I was so sad
I almost
because
cried.
the Jays aren't playing today either,
What am I gonna gamble on?
right?
Yeah, they're going to what San Fran, I think.
They're going to San Fran today? Or are they
Tomorrow.
playing?
They play
They're not
tomorrow.
playing today, right?
No, no, they're traveling.
No sports.
What am I gambling on NHL?
Oh, are the Leafs playing?
I don't know. I think their last game was yesterday.
They lost or what happened?
I don't know. All I know is that Matthews didn't get 70 goals,
Oh shit! How many?
69.
Nice.
So it's unfortunate.
Oh well, that's our play-in. That was our play-in
Mini
analysis.
pod was about how long was it? Okay, 34 minutes. Okay,
That's
we take those. We
that's fine.
take
We'll
those.
take that. We'll take that. And it's like more easily digestible thing. You don't even have to edit this. You can just like upload it.
Throw it up.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Because we didn't even show any images or some shit like
No,
that.
no.
No Wemby shoe there.
Oh, I forgot about the Wemby
No,
shoe.
you're good. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Just imagine it.
Just imagine it.
Just
Just
search it up on Google and put it.
bro, we'll put a hyperlink in the
Yeah,
description.
hyperlink. I'll add a hyperlink or something.
Wemby shoe.
Wemby shoe, Wemby logo. There you go. That's perfect.
But yeah, that's this is our special episode for the play-in brought to you by Court of Kings. Yours truly.
And we'll see you guys in another 2 weeks.
We're out.
Peace.